Hey Ali Hopper, välkomna tillbaka till min YouTube-kanal. Jag heter Vicky. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Vicky. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about my experience so far in SFE. For those of you who don't know what SFE means, SFE means Svenska för invandrare, which means Swedish for immigrants. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, SFE has stages. There's stage A, B, C, and D. Stage A is for people who do not have like a formal education from their various countries before coming to Sweden. So, for instance, if you cannot read and write, and you want to start learning Swedish, you will start from course A. And I think course B also, if you have a little bit of learning but you cannot properly read and write, you could also start from B depending on your educational level. So for me, I was asked if I had like a tertiary education. So I already have a degree, and I was asked for how long I studied, and it was for 5 years. So I was told to start from course C. Yeah, starting from course C was quite interesting because when I started, it was a little bit intimidating, where you have some students who already have like a background in Swedish. They could speak a little bit of Swedish, and then you're in the same class with them. It could be a little bit challenging if you do not learn Swedish before joining course C. But I was able to cope after a few weeks, and I find myself interacting with other students also in Swedish. So it was a very good experience for me. And one of the motivations I had for learning Swedish is the fact that SFE was free. It's free to learn Swedish in Sweden. And I was like, okay, I love to learn languages, and what is stopping me? This is free. What is stopping me from learning? I was so happy to enroll in SFE to learn Swedish, and so far the experience has been nice. I am done with course D. I am currently in Svagrund 2, and I just want to talk about my experience in SFE. So in SFE, like I said, the stages are A, B, C, and D. And in each stage, you have to write like a national exam. And this national exam comprises of hearing, listening, that's listening, writing, and I think speaking also, and reading also. So you must pass hearing, writing, speaking, and reading. So these are some of this is what the national exam comprises of. And then when you're done with that, you move to Svagrund 1, Svagrund 2, 3, and 4. And then there's SAS 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's quite a long journey. But some people could finish all of these stages in 1 year, depending on the pace you choose to study Swedish. So if you do intensive course, you could finish very fast. But if you go through the part-time, it takes longer to finish. I started course C as an intensive course. I had to go to school Monday to Friday for 3 months, and I was done with that. But in my course D, I decided to go part-time because I had other things that needed my attention. So I had to do part-time for course C. So I had to go to school twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. So depending on you, depending on your schedules, you could choose which of this program that fits into what you do. So my advice for you, if you want to start SFE, is to find a motivation. For me, one of my motivation, like I said earlier, is the fact that I love to learn languages. For example, in my country, we have many languages. In Nigeria, we have so many languages, over 500 languages, but we have three main major languages, which is Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. I am not from any of those tribes. I have my own tribe, but I could speak at least 5 languages in Nigeria apart from English. So if I add English, so I can speak fluently 6 languages. So that's to show you that I love to learn languages. And that's why when I have to add Swedish to the numbers, and I was like, oh my God, and it's free. What's stopping me? Nothing. Yeah. So it depends on you. What's your motivation? Is it schooling? Do you want to school in Swedish? Do you want to get a job in Sweden? Any of these things could help you, motivate you, inspire you to continue to learn Swedish. You must have a motivation. Secondly, I would say, depending on your motivation, you could also choose the timing that fits into your motivation. For example, if you want to go to school, you could want to choose the intensive course. So you could study thoroughly and finish early so you could start your schooling. Or if you want to get a job, or if you just love to study for fun, any of these things, choosing the right program for you would help you. So you have to do some research, or you could also call to apply, and then they can answer most of your questions when you're applying for SFP. My last advice for you is the fact that if you want to be in a place and you love the people and you love the country, one of the ways to show that you respect the culture of the people you say you love is by learning their language. I see learning a language as one way to show that I love a people or I love their culture. And I love the Swedish people. I love Sweden. That's why I was very happy to learn Swedish. I hope this video helps you. And if you have any question or any advice, any contribution, please don't forget to comment down below. I will always be there to answer you. Thank you, and let's get to see in my next video.